all my twisted fiber friends. How's everybody doing? My name is Tammy. Welcome back to Twisted Stitches. And you may ask yourself, why is she wearing a shower cap? And you may ask yourself, is she on the air in front of me right now with a shower cap? And you may ask yourself, has she lost her mind? And I may tell you, yes, I have. No. I wanted to do this. I know it's really silly looking and everything. This is because I wanted to do the big reveal. I don't know if you guys remember, I think it was 2 videos ago, I was talking to you about putting a temporary hair color in my hair, and I did it, and I like it. I think it came out really good. I just wanted to make this the big reveal. Woohoo! Here we are. Okay, so are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Woo! Happy New Year! It's coming out pretty good on here. There we go. There she is. The new hair. It covered the majority of my chrome. The majority of it. Not too bad. I did leave it in longer, but they said it's fine. It's one of those like conditioning treatments that tint your hair, and it's temporary and everything. This is what it's called. I brought it in here with me so you could see it. It's called Arctic Fox, and this particular color is called Purple Rain. Just in case you're interested. They have a couple of colors that you don't have to pre-bleach your hair for. This is one of them. You all know that my hair was like a medium, between medium light to dark brown, and it covered pretty good. What I'm going to do is, I took a picture outside today while I was out and about, and I will try to insert it here. And if I can't figure out how to insert it here, I look totally ridiculous sitting here like this, pointing to my empty hand. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it the old college try today. If not, then I will split it and I will put in the picture so you can see how it looks outside in the sunlight. But I was happy. I like it. It's just something different. I've never done colors because working as a nurse in the jail systems, they kind of frown on that. Maybe I could have gotten away with it and they would have said anything, but I just wanted to do the big reveal. I hope you guys like it. So how's everybody doing today? Today is Thursday, January 9th, 2020. Is everybody moving along with their 2020 projects? Is everybody doing a 2020 project? I am. Currently, I have 2 whips right now out there that I can't show you. I can't wait to show you because the one particular scarf is just coming out gorgeous. I cannot believe how good it's coming out. And the other one is just going to be more of a cowl. Started making it, and I am falling in love with this. I fall in love with like everything I do anyway. It's just one of those, I don't know, I think when you're a creator and you're making something, if you don't really fall in love with it in some aspect, it's just not right. So as I'm working this, I just want to put it on right now, and I just want to wear it, but no. So what's been going on? Let's see. As you can, I don't know if you can hear in the background, even though I have the door closed, my boyfriend's out there, and he's hacking up his left lung. He's got whatever the gunk is going around. He's on antibiotics and prednisone and breathing treatments because he also has a little bit of asthma. So he gets it. When he gets it really bad. And then today we had to go to wound care for him. He's a big guy, and he goes to the podiatrist because he was diabetic. Just long story short, he had gastro bypass, and once you have gastro bypass, you're not really diabetic because the sugars don't aren't affected like that anymore. I don't know all the technical parts to it, but basically he was a diabetic. His sugars used to run high. Now they don't, but he still has the neuropathy in his feet and the problems associated with kind of like diabetic neuropathy. So anyhow, he walks on the sides of his feet, the sides of his feet. He walks on the side of his feet like this. And the podiatrist said, "Oh, well, we need to think about straightening you out." So he sent him to like one of those places where they make you the shoes and the inserts and the braces and all that. And he got a pair of boots, and they adjusted him to walk correctly. But what happened on his left foot, his one toe, right next to his great toe, started swelling really badly. Like, I would look at it and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but stop wearing those boots because something's not right. And he started complaining about his sciatic nerve because things adjusted in his back from, what he was used to. He's having a lot of problems with his back since this adjustment, and it's not going back since he stopped wearing these boots. Well, come to find out that this toe, they took an x-ray of it because the doctor suspected infection. And when they did, they found bone infection. And what we were told today when we went to wound care is that if they found bone infection on an x-ray, that it's probably kind of bad because usually they only find it like through MRIs, and then they catch it early and then you can get treated. So we're kind of got our fingers crossed that he's not going to lose that toe. So anybody who wants to just, put a little good word up there for him not to lose his toe, and that the wound care and the antibiotics, because he should be on IV antibiotics pretty soon, that will work for him. And so we were gone all day today. So, he's going to wound care and everything, and we've been running around, and I've been avoiding him like the plague. He's been really great because he knows I watch the grandkids a lot, and, there's been no smoochies, no nothing like that. And yesterday, right before I was going to bed, I started to feel like a little tickle right in here. And I keep wanting to cough just to get rid of that tickle. It kind of feels like you want to itch it inside, but you can't. And I go cough to clear it out. And then just a little while ago, I was sitting working on the project that I'm going to show you in a minute, and my ears were getting really hot. And then I started feeling chilly and also hot at the same time. And I just had like a little bit of a low-grade fever. It was like 99.8. So I took some Tylenol, and I took Tylenol about a half an hour ago, and actually my ears aren't as red anymore. So hopefully, oh please, I have to watch my granddaughter Sunday, and if I get this, I'm going to have to tell my daughter that she's going to have to call out of work because I can't watch the baby. So yeah, didn't want to put a downer out there, but I just figured I'd kind of give you kind of like a little what's been going on. It's been hectic. I didn't bring my projects for the 2020 because I just didn't want to bring all that yarn with me, but I did bring some yarn. But I have had time to work on my stuff. I only have 3 whips right now. 2 of them are for, why do I keep doing this? Two of them are for the 2020 crochet, is it a challenge? I don't know, challenge. One of them is something that I want to show you here in a minute. I do have a finished object, and it's a crazy finished object. And I'm also going to be putting something on a hook pretty soon. I'm going to start a blanket pretty soon. I want to get this project a little bit more done, or one of the scarves done, one or the other, and then I'll put a blanket on the hook. I think 3 projects, for me, that's more than enough. Usually 2 is my limit, and I feel kind of frazzled with 3, but I'm managing pretty well. I'm trying to learn how to manage a few different projects at once. So hey, So, oh, let me get this all out. So, I right before Christmas time, um, myself and another YouTuber, Manic Mama Creations, we had exchanged addresses and information, and we decided that we were going to do like a small gift swap. Nothing, nothing super expensive or anything like that. So, when she sent me mine, she sent me the Red Heart Super Saver stripes in the color latte stripes, like that. So, like I was saying in my one video, that, because we don't have a lot of winter here in Florida, I wanted to make I use backpack purses. I like them a lot. So I wanted to make a backpack purse. So that is what I'm working on. I haven't broken into this yet because I started with like the insert, like the bottom. And it's funny because this is the first part of the bottom. Like I'm going to make two of these and put them together. So this is the first part here. And what that is, this I went into, I would call deep, deep stash. I was looking for just whatever I could use to make it sturdier, because I didn't want to use all this up, making extra sturdiness to the purse. And I was looking through to find something, and I found this yarn right here. And I didn't think there was a wrapper to it, but smart me, I stuck the wrapper, I rolled it up and stuck it right in the center here. So when I pulled it out, I saw the wrapper and I was like, look at that, I can give all the information. So this here is Red Heart Super Saver. It's the multicolors, and this is in the color, give me just a second, Sandy Print. I don't know if they make that anymore. I didn't look anything up. It's a 4-weight. This particular one has 278 yards or 5 ounces. Now this was bought probably 8, 9, maybe even more years ago at Walmart or something like that. And it was funny because I'm working with this, and this has the old Red Heart feel to it. It feels like something you scrub your face with. It's just, and when worked up, it feels, I mean, honestly, it feels god awful. When I finished this portion, just this little, I think this is like 35 single crochets across and 10 rows high. When I finished this, I just couldn't wait. I was like, oh my God, how did we ever work with this? It just feels like plasticky. I don't know. It's like, so, but this is going to work just great. This is going to go on the inside. So once I do the other one, or finish the other one, it'll be on the bottom portion of my backpack purse. So when I went today, I was at Walmart today after we got done with all the doctors. We stopped at Walmart and I said, you know what? Because I wanted something that would match this. And I really didn't want to go lighter. I wanted to go darker. It has some deep shades in here. And I couldn't find at my Walmart, of course, anything. I just wanted a Super Saver yarn. Anything with the deeper tones, or maybe even like that. I think that would have looked really nice. It's kind of like a rusty color, but I couldn't find anything like that. So way, way up on the top, thank God, finally found this color right here. And this color is called Cafe Latte. It's just a brown. I mean, it's like a poop brown. I don't know what you would call it. It's pretty nice though. So I started on this. This is going to be the second half that's going to go on the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is, after I get done and I put them together, I'm going to single crochet them together. I am going to back loop a single crochet row with this color, this Super Saver Jumbo, and then I'm going to crab stitch. I'm not going to turn it, I'm just going to bring it right back and crab stitch around, and then I'm going to break the yarn, and then I'm going to attach this and start my pattern for my backpack purse. So I think that'll look pretty good. And then at the top I'll bring this back in and use this around for trim. I may try to trim it in different areas too. I'll have to see how it looks when I'm done putting it together. But this here I got at Walmart. This is the Jumbo Super Saver by Red Heart. And this is the one that's made by Yarnspirations. And the difference is night and day, just plain night and day. And the smaller skeins, there was a smaller one with like this color here. Can you see this like creamy color here that I was going to pick up? And that felt really good. I was super surprised. This here is like, this feels, like I said, like plasticky, scrubby. Like I feel like I can scrub my pots and pans with this. That's what I feel like with this. But when I started working with this, I was like, okay, it's, you know, the normal little bit of scratchiness, but it's not real bad at all. Let me give you some information. This here is the jumbo size of the Super Saver Red Heart. And like I said, it was cafe latte. It has 744 yards. This is a 14-ounce ball, or 396 grams. It is a number 4 weight. It is made in the USA of imported fibers. There you go. Made basically by Yarnspirations, I guess. They're the ones that do Red Heart now, right? Yarnspirations. So it's really nice. Machine wash, machine dry. But this here, this giant size one, was only $6.44. So that's not really bad at all, considering, like at Joann's, the Caron 1 pounds are on sale, like my air quotes. They're on sale at Joann's for, I think, $7.89, and I think the Caron 1 pounds, like even on Yarnspirations, are kind of expensive. So this is only 2 ounces shy of a pound for $6.44. So if you're at Walmart, you might want to just give it a shot. Walmart needs to carry more yarn. I was going to do like a quick video, like there was nothing there. My Walmart has 3/4 of a half of an aisle for yarn. And 9 times out of 10, it's all raggedy. It's all beat up. Things like this, 9 times out of 10, are just all pull apart. Like somebody went in there and just started pulling things apart. It's all disorganized. You have to really search to find the prices off of, I just use my scanner on my phone, but you'd have to find the prices. Is a big pain in the butt. That's like one of the reasons I don't really like shopping for my yarn at Walmart. But I wanted to stop and pick up something just real quick to work on this. So I shall be showing this, I don't know how long it'll take me, honestly. Should only take me a couple of days. I am going to be working on my scarves in the meantime also, so that's, so it'll take a little bit longer because I'm working on 3 different projects. I'm basically devoting like 2 hours or one day and 2 hours another day, or an hour or half hour, whatever my mood strikes. Okay. Now, my finished objects. Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta prep for this one. There's my water. They're done. They are done. Yes. And you know what? They were done like almost 2 days ago, but I didn't give them to the kids yet because I wanted to show them on here. These here were the, right before Christmas Eve, I had showed you the hats that I made the grandkids out of these. And I said that I had just kind of started working on the mitts then. And I swear, life, these really should have taken me, maybe a week total time. But it seems like I threw them on the floor, so I'm picking them up. Sorry, guys. So, these took me a little bit longer because, every time it seemed like I went to work on them, it was like, oh, I got to do this first, or you got to do that. And then I watched the baby last weekend. And when I watch my granddaughter, the youngest granddaughter, my daughter and her fiance both work nights. My daughter's a nurse and she works overnight at the hospital in the mommy baby unit. And my son-in-law works at the Walmart distribution center. So he works overnights too. And so most of the time they juggle their schedules to where one of them is home with the baby. But every once in a while, some months are worse than others. My daughter gets scheduled when her fiance is working and they need somebody to watch baby. Well, the baby is a year or 13 months old, and she's used to sleeping more during the day. So she usually wakes up for the day at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I go there and I get there at like 4:30 in the afternoon. She's just like finishing up her breakfast and she's just kind of ready to rock and roll. And then she takes a nap, like say around 8 o'clock. And then she takes like an hour nap and then you wake her up. And then she doesn't fall back to sleep until about between 2 and 3 in the morning. And I mean, I can't blame them. They need to have their sleep after they've worked. And, you know, she's young enough. She's not in school or anything. She doesn't know the difference. So the schedule is a little bit weird. So I only get a little bit of time to really work on anything. And by the time she goes to sleep at 2 to 3 in the morning, I'm just kind of just laying on the couch ready to half pass out because I've been up all day. Like today, I mean, it is 7:45 in the evening. I've been up since 4 this morning because we had to be at the wound care center at 7:15 in the morning, and it was an hour and a half away from our house. So, you know, you really gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, so that's my finished objects. These here, let's see. This set of gloves here was made in the color Marmalade, Gumdrop by Red Heart. I got them at Hirschner's, and I got them for $1.69. This set of gloves was made in the color Rock Candy. This set of gloves was made in the color Gelato. This is for my 3-year-old. And this set of gloves was made in the color Grape. So the gloves are done. I do not want to deal with tiny glove thumbs ever, 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 ever again. Speaking of thumbs, have you gone and watched my video that has the 100 subscriber giveaway? It's still a mystery. I still don't really know what I'm going to put in it, and I'm very sorry about that. I have another week or so to get everything situated. So if you go watch that video, if you would, and make sure you're a subscriber, because I will check, and leave a comment with the keyword that's in the video, and give me a like, please, on that. I would appreciate it. One more thing I got to show you. I don't think I've ever shown you this. No, I know I didn't show you this. So I got to stand up. Sorry, guys. So this here I did. Oh, goodness. This is a big mammer jammer. This here I did in August or September of this year, or 2019 I did. This here, oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it. Is the cardigan, the Bag-O-Day crochet tutorial for the men's cardigan. I don't know the number. I'll leave the description in the description box. This is my boyfriend's that I made him. Now, the reason why it is big, he is a big guy. And he had gastro bypass, and if anybody who had gastro bypass knows that when you lose weight, even though he's lost a decent amount of weight, when you sit down, you still have skin. So you have to I wanted to make sure this went around him and buttoned when he sat, and it did. I took measurements. So her pattern, her pattern went up to a size 2X, I believe. So I kind of just kept on figuring to try to get it up to a 4 or a 5X. And it did. I got it. I got it to work. So I added, starting chains. I used a thicker yarn. I used this kind of yarn. It's called the Hometown USA. This isn't the color, obviously. I believe the colors that I used were like, let me see. On the back is like a brown color. And this was Carson City or something like that. And this was like Carson City tweed. And this here was like mesquite something. So when I had decided to make it, I figured using the bigger yarn with a bigger hook and upping the stitch count a little bit would work, and it did. So this is the Hometown USA. This is the 6 weight that has, let me see how many yards were on this. 64 yards. I believe that all the like tweeds that are in this only had 64 yards on each one of these. And then there was like something like 90 something yards on this, which was called chocolate. The reason why I used this was because you guys remember, I think it was June or so of 2019, Lion brand had that sale, 10 skeins of yarn for $1. But you had to, 10, skip that, wrong information. $1 a skein as long as you bought 10 or more. And it had to be in multiples of 10. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that was my first time ever buying that special. I did it another time too, where I bought, when they just had it, October or something like that, they did it again. And they had all that, it was like 4-weight yarn and stuff like that. And then they had some of the comfy cotton and stuff like that. So I bought some of that. I have a box in my other room with all that I haven't even busted into yet. So this here was, I kind of went a little bit wild with buying. I bought some of the Woolies, Thick and Quick, and I bought bunches of this. I bought something like $80 worth of this kind of yarn. But it really, really came in handy because I believe I counted for this here, I think I used 25, was it 25 skeins of this yarn? I think it was 25, if I'm not mistaken. I think it took something like 4 of them for the back, and then each side took like 2.5 or 3 of those littler ones, and each arm took 2.5, and then the trim took another 2.5, and oh my god, and then he wanted pockets, and I've never made pockets before. So this was my first time making pockets, and I put a button on them, and what I did is just made, that's all I did was single crochet back and forth, and I made it deep enough for his phone to set in and to drop down, and then basically all I did was wherever the arm fell comfortably along the side here is where I placed the pockets. I figured, well, that's where you'd put the pockets so your hands could go inside your pockets. So that's just the way I did that. But this thing is so heavy. I've never weighed it, but I could imagine that this has got to be close to 20 pounds. This is a bear. One thing I would do differently if I made this again in any kind of yarn, if I was going to up the size of that pattern, and this is a suggestion for anybody out there, like if you're going to make that pattern and you're going to try to up it to a 3 or a 4X, which is easy to do. You just add in more chains and you just figure out, like if you're supposed to chain 20, and then, the size below it was chain 15, and then you're like, okay, so then 5 more, and then just kind of add it all the way around on the pattern. That's basically all I did. but right here at the arm, that's the only part that I don't really like. I just wish I had done it different. I, seamed it up just like she said to do, and I started, you know, making the armholes, and it seemed like it was going to be okay, but really, if when this hangs, it hangs off his shoulder, like his shoulder is right here, and then this hangs down further on his arm. This part here is fine if it was actually way up here, but it actually hangs right here, so it looks really baggy under the arm. So it's the only thing I hate. I wish I had done that a little bit differently, but if I ever make this again, I know what to do. And I had to change up the bottom part a little bit because when, I don't know if any of you have the same problem, but every time I've made any of her sweaters, and then she does the wrist that kind of keeps going in a continuous single crochet to kind of like bring the cuff down to, be fitted. I don't know if we just all have really ginormous arms or hands or something, but every time our hands and wrists don't fit through. So I have to kind of fudge it to make it work. So I had to do it with my granddaughter's sweater that I made her. So I had to do the same thing. I put it on her and I couldn't push her hand through the opening. It went through, but barely. And even with me tugging on it and stuff like that and kind of like softening it up, it looked like it was cutting off the circulation to her hand. So I was like, nope. So I went home, brought it home, and I pulled it out and frogged it back and then kind of adjusted it. And even with the adjustments, it's still a tiny bit tight, but after we washed it and kind of messed with it, it's not too bad. But anyway, so that's basically all I have to talk about. I figured I'd get on here because if I happen to get the crud, I may not be on here for just a little tiny bit, because when I get this, I don't get it often, but I usually get a little taste of it every year. And if I am getting it right now, I'm going to lose my voice. I become very, very hoarse. It's like everything gets stuck. Instead of coughing up, it gets stuck in there, and it takes like a week for everything to break up and where I can talk again. So, and I mean, I don't just lose my voice where it's raspy and I sound like, what is that, Sandra Turner? No, is it Sandy Turner? Who's the Turner who was on Romancing the Stone? If you know what I'm talking about. You guys got to know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I lose my voice to where it's like, and it's like really forced. So I just wanted to get on here just in case. I'll keep you guys posted and up to date on everything. There was something going around. Yeah, there's a lot of things going around. There was a little bit of things going around where everybody's talking about if you have like an Etsy shop, or if you have a YouTube channel, or you're a creator, whatever the deal is. If you want to, you could put it in the description box. And you can leave a link to I think that's how we're doing it. You could leave a link, or you could just introduce yourself, say, like I could go on, and if I was on somebody else's, I would say, hi, my name is Tammy. My YouTube channel is Twisted Stitches. I have a Facebook group page called Tammy's Twisted Stitches, Yarn, and More that you can come and join. I will put the description in my description in the and the link in the description box. Or you could put that I have an Instagram account, which I do. It's called Tammy_Twisted_Stitches at Instagram, and I'll leave that link in there too. Boy, this is shameless suck up night, isn't it? But you can leave your information down there. Let them know about yourself. If you're trying to get people to your Etsy shop, and maybe somebody will be down there reading and they'll see something that they're interested in, kind of tell them what you do. My name is Joe Blow, and I have an Etsy shop, and I make handmade blown glass, so I don't know, whatever, What else do I have to talk about? Do I have anything else that I can babble on about? You probably don't want to hear anymore. I want to thank you guys so very much for coming. I will leave a lot of things in the description box. I got fibers flying everywhere. If you would please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to give it a thumbs down, you can. But if you could, and you do give it a thumbs down, kind of let me know. What am I doing? What can I do better? I'd appreciate it. Um, Leave me a comment. What's going on? How's your 2020 projects going on? Are you guys done already? Are you just like sitting patiently or impatiently waiting to show it, waiting to do your video, or did you do your video and you're kind of just sitting on it waiting to post the video? Because I'm going to have to probably do my video on the 19th and post on the 20th because I have to watch my youngest granddaughter again on the 20th, which means I won't have a lot of time to like film and edit and stuff. I'll film the night before and then get it up so it'll be ready for the morning before I have to go watch her and everything. So I hope that's okay. I hope that's not breaking any rules or anything. It's just I have to, or else I'm not going to get it out until the next day, and then I've kind of missed the boat there. You see these fibers flying everywhere? Oh my God, it's crazy. But I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I will talk to you guys really, really soon.